Hi Padel Drivers, how are you doing? I'm Gonzalo, the coach of Rocket Padel Bristol, the biggest padel center of the UK, and today we are going to cover the 3 areas where almost everybody struggles in padel. The things that we're going to be talking today is super important that we fix them if we want to become a good padel player in the future. As always, we will be giving some advanced tips throughout the video, so make sure that you watch it until the end to be the best padel player possible. So the first reason why you suck at padel is because you don't play with a hook padel racket. Wait a second, Karim, which racket do you use? Forget about this then. Okay, so now jokes aside, the first area that we need to work on is our game from the back. So we're gonna go to the back of the court because the first thing that we need to understand is when are we going to play with the glass and when are we going to play in front of us. So the rule that I always give, I want to stay when I'm playing at the back in post number 4, which is the intersection of both glasses. Why? Because now I can use my feet as a reference to know when I'm going to play with the glass and when I'm going to be playing in front of me. If I'm standing in this position, I know that everything that bounces at my feet or behind is always gonna make it to the back glass. However, everything that bounces in front of me, I can generally take it before it touches the glass. Super important concept. When we are at the back of the court, we are not trying to win the point. We are trying to win the net. So it's very important that we are patient. Okay, I'm gonna be playing from here and I'm going to be basically waiting my time to play the lob. Okay, these ones are quite hard, so I can play like this. This one I take in front. This one is easy, so it's my time to play the lob and get to the net. Now, focusing on the glass, the first thing that we need to fix is the early preparation. Okay, I need to bring my racket back from the very beginning. Okay, what I cannot do is wait till the end and then I hit. Super important. As soon as I know that I have a forehand, I bring the racket back so that I'm ready and I can save a lot of time for myself. The second thing that we need to be very careful with when we play off the glass, I want to give myself enough space so that I can swing. Basically, I don't want to end up hitting like this. So I give myself enough space so that I can swing properly. However, if the ball is too close to me and I have to move away from the ball, I will never be able to push the ball comfortably. A really good way to see if you are doing this correctly is to see the tip of your racket. If when you are hitting, the tip of your racket is pointing to the floor, it usually means that you are hitting too close to your body. However, if the tip of the racket is pointing to the side glass, it means that you are giving yourself a nice space. And now I'm going to give you an advanced tip that is going to change completely the way you play off the back. Super important. The ball is going to touch the glass, and it's key that I wait for the ball to be in front of me. From here I can push and I can play fast if I want to. However, if I'm hitting a little bit behind me, I'm gonna start playing with my wrist and this is going to affect my control and my power. And now we're going to go to the second area of the game. By the way, if you like this last tip, it would really help us if you could leave a like and subscribe if you haven't, because we really appreciate it. The second area is the volley. So the first important thing that we need to be careful here is my ready position, okay? I'm going to be standing between post number 1 and post number 2, okay, with my racket pointing up in this ready position. I wouldn't like to see the racket here or of course here because it will take a lot of time to hit the ball in the right position. So racket in this position, knees a little bit bendy so I can have a little bit of tension when the ball comes to me, and this is how I play a really nice volley. When we talk about tactics, remember that at the back we said that we were not trying to win the point, we were trying to win the net. Now we are at the net, we can start looking for opportunities to win the point. So whenever we spot an easy ball, it might be a good time to put a little bit of spice. The best tip that I can give you to improve your volley 100% is that you play with your elbows close to your body. Okay, I'm going to be in a compact position. If the ball comes far away from me, I don't want you to extend your arm really far. I want you to approach and hit in a compact position with the elbows close to my body. Of course, we cannot do this all the time, because if I don't have time, I'm just gonna touch it there, and of course, if it goes a little bit higher, it's hard to keep the elbow close to my body. And a very important tip to improve your volley is to play around with the point of impact. So in this case, let's say I have a forehand volley. If I want to play to the parallel direction, I will have to play around here. However, if I wanted to play cross-court, I would have to move the point of impact behind me so that it allows me to play there. If I don't do this, the problem is that I will start adjusting the direction with my wrist. And this is way worse, because again, we won't be able to play with good control and with good power. And the third area of your paddle game that definitely needs improving is the overheads. So I see so many mistakes here. Of course, it's something technically quite difficult because it needs a lot of coordination and it will come with time, but the most important concepts are the ones that we're going to mention here. For me, it's super key the first moments of the motion, okay? I start from this ready position and I quickly go back here. It's important that this footwork, I do it as soon as possible, because I can always adjust frontwards, but it's way harder if I adjust backwards, because I'm gonna be with my weight backwards and then it takes me a lot of time to recover my position. The other tip that is super important when we are playing the bandeja is that our body is not facing forward. We have to be facing sideways. Okay, so this also relates with the footwork. I'm not going to be running like this. I'm going to turn to a side position from the very beginning. So let's do a few demos. What is that feeling, Karim? And now an advanced tip that for me changed completely my bandeja is the point of impact. It's very important that we hit at the height of my eyes, and also that I give myself enough space so that we can translate all this body rotation. If I hit quite close to me, I won't be able to push the ball properly, so my recommendation is that you give yourself enough space with the ball. It's always easier to adjust and get closer than to move away, okay? So Karim, please, from here, enough distance with the ball, and I'm gonna swing forward with all the, Karim! He's so bad at feeding, terrible.
When you do a good introduction, that's when I actually...
Okay guys, so now I would like to share with you a personal opinion on this topic about the real importance of being good in paddle, because I feel it is a sport where there is so much ego and everybody cares a lot about the platonic level, being better than this person or this other person, and I think the worst enemy in this sport can be yourself. I think there is nothing wrong with being bad. We would really need to admit that there is a lot of room for improvement, and this is actually something very good because you will be motivated to get better every day. This being said, I really recommend that you go to the coaching sessions. If you live in Bristol, you can come to my coaching sessions here in Rocket Paddle. and we can try to take a look at these things that will improve your game. Remember, if you think you are too good, it will be hard for you to get better. So let's admit that we are all very bad, because otherwise we will be professional players. Of course, this is my personal opinion, but I would be very interested to see in the comments down below your thoughts on this topic. This being said, thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Vamos!